What's going on, Tiger fans? You found your way back to another LSU Recruiting HQ video. If you haven't already, like and subscribe to the channel, and also follow us on all of our social media accounts on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Thank you guys for watching. What's going on, guys? Man, been a while since I last seen you guys. Man, LSU taking care of business this past weekend against New Mexico, absolutely just dominating the game. You guys by now know how the game went. LSU's defense, 88 total yards. An absolutely dominating performance and exactly what LSU needed to do, because another huge test and another milestone in the Brian Kelly era is kicking off this weekend as the Tigers hit the road to face the other Tigers in Auburn, in Brian Kelly's first road game in the SEC. You guys know, like I know, man, if you've been watching LSU and Auburn games for the last gosh, I've been watching them for the last 20 years, but man, it goes back further than that. This rivalry is always something special, always brings a great game along with it, no matter what the team's records are. And I expect nothing less than that on Saturday. Breaking down the game, obviously, you guys know what's going on with LSU, but a little breakdown of what's going on with Auburn right now. It was announced today, as of recording this Wednesday, around 7 p.m., that TJ Finley is officially going to be out for Saturday's games, which means that Auburn will be starting a freshman quarterback. As you guys might remember, the last time LSU went to Auburn, TJ Finley was making his first start as a LSU quarterback, as a true freshman. So kind of crazy coincidence there that LSU's on the other side of things, coming in with the experienced guy in Jane Daniels. And Auburn is going to be starting a true freshman, but an extremely talented, athletic true freshman. And by now, you guys have heard Auburn a little bit beat up at center. Starting center is going to be out. Just a lot of things going on with Auburn, bouncing back after a wild, wacky weekend against Missouri, where you thought they were going to lose the game twice and ended up coming back, winning the game in overtime on some freaky plays. But that's the kind of stuff that happens at Auburn. That's why LSU can't take it lightly. Treat it as just another game. You got to have that stone face killer mentality when you're playing in this league. You can't look at the record, you can't look at the previous games, man. You got to treat everybody the same, or you'll get bounced quick in this league. But like I said, man, Auburn is a struggling program right now. Got a coach on the hot seat after getting blown out by Penn State a couple weeks ago, and then narrowly beating Missouri. Times are not good in Auburn. Your starting quarterback's out. You can't find a run game with Tanks Bigsby, who is arguably one of the best running backs in the league when he's healthy. But like I said, all that being said, man, this game is gonna be about LSU and LSU only. We did get some injury news today and prior to in this week. The news that broke today: Garen Dellinger hand injury will most likely. I think Brian Kelly used the word doubtful, so I wouldn't expect him to play on Saturday. Had surgery on his hand, so don't expect him to play. I expect Miles Frazier to move over to that right guard spot and probably move Anthony Bradford to left guard if I had to take a guess on what they're going to do. And then another news, Major Burns is going to miss 3 to 6 weeks with a neck injury, but that being said, it couldn't come, if injuries were going to come, it couldn't come at a better time for LSU, as Joe Fuchsia is coming back this week from his 4-game academic suspension. A seasoned vet guy, a guy who's played 4 years already in the SEC, and a guy who's played at Jordan-Hare and Auburn twice already. So you have guys like Greg Brooks, Joe Fuchsia out there that are experienced and have been in this environment before, because a night game in Auburn, their fans are always going to show up no matter what the team's looking like. So LSU's got to bring it on Saturday, and I'm looking forward to seeing, this is going to be Jane Daniels' first road game in the SEC as well. So you have that to deal with. How is he going to react with the noise? It's definitely a lot different than playing in the Pac-12. So that's going to be an adjustment. How is his communication going to be with the offensive line being reshuffled? And just that whole factor. Obviously, LSU is going to be getting Keishawn Butte back. After he had his daughter this past weekend and missed the New Mexico game. And then obviously LSU will be getting BJ Ojolari back, which was expected just to give that injury he suffered against Florida State some more rest. But like I said, man, it's going to be an exciting weekend. I'm looking forward to it. A 6 o'clock p.m. start and on the plains. And like I said, man, this rivalry has been something else. I mean, it's just been, actually LSU is kind of done their fair share of winning in the past couple years, but have as recently lost the last two in 2020, getting blown out at Auburn, 48-11, and then last year, the Bo Nix. Man, I don't even want to talk about it, but that Bo Nix game where, he was just pulling stuff out of his butt and making plays, and single-handedly really destroyed LSU's hopes of winning that football game last year. So hopefully LSU can stay focused and prepared, just like Coach Kelly's been preaching. Treating every game, just like any other one, not a nameless opponent. Not looking at the jerseys, not looking at the record, just focus on being you. And if LSU focuses on being who they are, they should have no problems as they come in as a 9.5 point favorite against Auburn as it stands right now on Wednesday. Um, just a tough SEC game. It's always going to be tough in Auburn, and this one's going to be no different. The last thing I'm going to talk about, obviously, you guys probably heard by now as well. The Tennessee game is going to be an 11 a.m. kickoff, which really sucks personally because I'm going to the game, driving or flying from South Carolina to LSU to go watch that game. Hearing it get announced at 11 a.m. kickoff is definitely kind of disappointing, but that being said, man, there's no reason that an 11 a.m. kickoff should deter you guys from going to the game and making some noise and making it hard, man. We got a top 10 team coming into Baton Rouge, and it'd be nice to get the Death Valley stigma back, where folks come in there and they're intimidated. It doesn't matter whether it's day, night, morning, whatever time, man. It's LSU, so I encourage you, if you don't have a ticket, man, get one, go to the game, get up early, man, tailgate after the game, after we celebrate a win over a top 10 team. um, and we can rock and roll in the rest of the season and build from that. So like I said, man, guys, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you guys watching every week, and I will see you guys soon. And make sure you, if you're not already, following on Twitter, following on Instagram, Facebook. And like I said, man, I'm gonna be at the Tennessee game, so man, if I run into you, man, I'm gonna don't be afraid to say hi if you recognize me or anything like that, man. I love to interact with you guys and get you guys' opinions on what's going on with LSU and everything about LSU. So you guys have a great rest of your week, man, and go Tigers. Hopefully they can pull it out this weekend against Auburn.